Okay, so this is me testing out the, I guess you could call it the live stream MPC side of the studio. I've got a Logitech little webcam that my parents sent to me. Thank you guys very much. I've got my MPC one here. I've got a Novation launch control right here, and I've also got an Arturia Keystep 37. Recently got that not too long ago. And so basically what I'm going to be doing is just kind of talking through adding different stuff and, you know, working on different sequences, random little things. So what I'd like to do for this track here, this is track 6. I'm going to basically kind of mess around with some presets and everything, and just see what comes up that I dig. So I'm going to hit Program Edit off camera and start kind of going through different sounds. And so I'm going back and forth between muting my condenser microphone so that you're not hearing so much of the clack of the keys that I'm pressing. And so yeah. So this plug-in bass line's pretty cool, but I'm a big fan of that hype synth. I'm gonna give it a new program, hype synth, and I've got some other stuff, but I want to see what some atmospheres. Well, that's different. So let's check this out. Too weird. So I've already added these parts. Did this last night, just kind of messing around. And what I'm doing is I'm paging back and forth. I'm paging back and forth between the track mute page and the drum mute page. And that's really cool, but I have a project that I actually do this better on, and that's through the exploding of the tracks. So we're going to go out, basically we're going to go to menu, you press the name of the project you're on, I found, to get us there quicker, and I'll go to new. I'm not going to save the changes I've made. I wasn't really happy with them, to be honest. But what I'm going to do is go to this other one called New Dark MPC Only. And I've been trying to challenge myself to only be using the MPC for everything. So no external synthesizers, nothing like that. The only externalness is this launch control XL here and the Arturia key step. And that's just to play and everything. So already we have these bottom 8 now red pads. These are our kick, clap, hi-hats, rolling hi-hats, ride, shaker, percussion, and percussion auxiliary. And so these 8, I like to be able to mute on and off. I'm hoping that with the new firmware update that comes out later in June, there will be a way for things to change in a particular thing. So I'm a big fan of being able to live, so to speak, on this page so that I can just bring things in very, very minimalistically. So let's just kind of go back. So on my track mute page, if I hit play, the only thing that performs is this downbeat crash symbol. That is on the second bank, bank B. It's a crash symbol and effects. If I take that off, no sound. I like to make that live above my home page in a way. And I like having these bottom B drums and these up here be melodic. So when I kick it on now, it should be kick, cymbal, and that down impact sound. Cool. So now I'm bringing some hi-hat. Coming to the end of the phrase, so I can drop the kick, and we're back at the one. I like being able to have this page to live here. So one of the things that I hope they do change in the firmware update is to be able to perform on a MIDI channel that is muted. So simply put, this bass here, pad 9, which is I have labeled as MPC bass right here, these rows I want for my melodics. That is, for me, MIDI channel 2, I believe. Let me double check that. Okay, there it is. Yeah, MIDI input is MIDI channel 2. So it's specifically seeking MIDI channel 2 from this keyboard. I have the Q links set to be cutoff, LFO depth, rate, and then cutoff of a different parameter. But I want to change that cutoff to be something else, but I'll do that at a later time. At one point, I had the launch control hooked up to control certain things, and I actually want to save that for a different, like, streaming opportunity, basically. That being said, the thing that I want out of this is the following. So I can play now, you know, play the thing. When I go to this here, it says auto. I can do merge. I can do off. I can do in. Now, when I go to play the track, I'll just do kick and this bass line. Okay, so perhaps I should better illustrate this on something that already has something written. The reason I'm kind of going back and forth is because I want, when this project starts, to be a blank 4-on-the-floor template so that I can create a new melody with a given bank of sounds, basically, that I really like. Quickly going through them, I like the complex saw sub number 2, not number 1, number 2. I like that one a lot for basses, specifically because it can wobble very, very well, and it's very subtle. If I can roll that depth out, and I get a really nice sub frequency if I really wanted it. And then if I bring that depth in there, we get more whoop, whoop, whoop. Bring the cutoff up. It can get pretty crazy pretty quick. Anyway, so I went on that whole spiel. MPC Plux. Here's a good example. I'm on MIDI channel 2 right now. I would have to switch to 3 or play here, but I can't because it's muted here. And I get why. It's like you're muting it, so you should mute it. So, that being said, let's keep on going. Pads should be 4. Yep. I really like the detuned growth. It's really nice. The aftertouch just makes it kind of... The lead... Oop, I gotta change my channel. It's not auto. MPC bass synth. This is kind of like a TB303. Now if I do note repeat, hold shift to latch that on, it's got a heavy amount of swing on that repeat. Anyway, so that's the let me take a step back. That is and are the sounds that I like to kind of start with for a simple 4-on-the-floor house track. Cool. So you're probably coming back to like, so what's the deal? What do you want in the upgrade? Here's what I want in this upgrade. All right. I want to go to pad jam. I think something's written here, some melodic content. Let me go to mutes, and we'll just start kind of listening with just kick and bass. Okay, here we go. My project links are still here. Cool. So I've got something, right? There's a predetermined bass line that's happened. Cool. Now, my thing is that what was played on the Plex thing when I bring it in, which should be this. Right? That. Well, say I don't want that to play, and I'm going to take over the lead for that. I've muted that now. Nothing. And I can't perform it, so to speak, live. So the only workaround that I found is to do this kind of no melody start sequence kind of a thing. So I really liked where that was going, but here's how I'm going to kind of get to that. I would go down to melody, start. I've got everything live and open. Kick, snare, hi-hat, all this has pre-recorded stuff. All these are playing, but they are open in the sense that there's nothing pre-recorded on them. So I did that whole big spiel to kind of say, here is me live performing something. Pay attention to the kick drum right there. When you're in overdub mode, that mute will stay locked to this sequence. Now let's lay a bass line underneath it. did all that. So let's hear it back. Where's our bass? So where's our bass? Oh yeah, we recorded it to in, or put it to in. So there's some funky little things. Basically what I want to be able to do is to be on a certain page, change my MIDI channel here, and record that into here. And also, because like that can be done, but also while this is muted, free jam on top, basically. And if it can record that too, cool, but it's more so one of those things where it's like, when I mute it, it's just so that I can mute the other thing. I don't want it to not play. So, anyway. So I see what you're talking about with a duplicate pad. So I'm just going to pull the volume down on the thing, on the mix. So let's do that. So copy, right? We'll use the button that says copy. Let's just see if that works. Copy. I'll just hold it. Copy the plex. Bang, copy. Track view might be weird. Copy. Maybe copy is only note view. Let's see. Copy. Shift is delete. Erase does that. I know that page. So the way that I would, I guess, kind of copy it would be to, let's go back here. I think I have 2 blank no melody starts. So, yes, this is one that I copied from sequence 1, my true building block 4 on the floor thing. And I just pasted it over here. Let's scroll through them. This one's kind of dope. All right, cool. Yeah, the whole duplicating thing, I'll kind of get more into it at a different point. But that's the one that's like a workflow thing for me that it's like, man, like I'd really like to be able to do this. And, you know, maybe it'll come, maybe it won't. There's definitely a workaround for it. And by no means is what I'm talking about something that I would like, oh, I can't do anything with it. No, you can do many, many things with this. And it's really cool. Thanks again, y'all. And I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you. See you soon.